Hey guys, it's a quick little video on getting the Kimura from half guard top. I was asked this on Reddit, and so here's my answer. I've cobbled together various aspects that I've learned from different people. It works really well for me. Let's assume that I'm in the fully smashed half guard position top, right? I've got the crossface, I've got his face turn, I've got the underhook, and I want to submit him here. Or I want to use a submission to set up a guard pass. There's a series of steps I like to follow here. So you see, I go from the underhook, where I'm keeping his arm away from his body and pinching it with my head. I'm going to go to the first half of the Kimura grip. So it's like a rear naked choke with the elbow on the ground. I'm not actually going to cut the blood off to his arm, but it's like I'm trying to cut the blood off to his arm. Then once I have this arm secure, I take this arm away from his head and I kind of ignore his head. And first I come in with the second hand here, then when I can I migrate it under. So I end up with a double rear naked choke position, both arms on the elbows here. Now I've really got his arm isolated. That has solved the problem of going from here to here without his arm coming loose and repositioning or hiding somewhere, making it harder to get. So here. The next problem is to get the Kimura grip, to get my hand onto his wrist. So how do I solve that problem? I drive this way. I don't go fishing for his hand up here. That's stupid. It's also not going to work. Instead, I drive my body this way. Do you see how Alex's arm is bent? If I drive my body this way, it's going to straighten it somewhat. So we're here. I'm going to drive, basically put my head on the ground and try and straighten this arm. I weasel my way up the arm. I do not come past his elbow because his arm is out and I've lost the Kimura. So we're here. I'm going to drive, weasel my way up the arm so that I'm applying the choke just below the elbow here. Now that his arm is straight, I can retract and push his hand to the ground. Sometimes, if you feel it's correct, I can turn my whole body, start looking up here and starting to fish for this. But this does open up the possibility that he grabs this arm and starts pulling me back this way. It was just embarrassing. Let's go back, please. So I far prefer just to keep on driving here till I can get this grip locked up. The third problem is how to get my leg free. Yes, if I'm really strong and I'm really good at the Kimura, and I can sometimes finish it from here, and there are sneaky tricks you can do to like wrist lock off the Kimura. Thank you, Eric Paulson. But by and large, you're gonna get here, his arm's gonna be all tied up. You're gonna be about the same strength and same size as him. So the next job is to get your leg free. How do I do this? This is something I saw Clark Gracie do. I've seen other people do it as well, and I really like it. I'm going to drive forward and put my ear on the mat, not my forehead. My ear, and I'm going to bring my other knee up. I'm keeping the Kimura grip, of course, but the movement that I'm doing is this. My right leg is trapped. I'm going to bring my left shin across his belly, and then I'm going to be lying down on my shoulder and my ear. How to do that movement? It's a little bit tough because I got to stay tight on the arm, but I can pike up a little bit and I can start bringing my knee in through here. Now this looks really precarious. This looks like he's going to take my back. It looks like he's going to sweep me. It looks like I'm going to fall on my face, but it's way more secure than you think. First of all, my head's on the ground and all my weight's this way, so it's actually pretty hard to roll me to my left or Alex to roll me to his left. I'm pretty solid here. It's really hard for him to roll me this way because if he's going to do that, he needs to open his legs, put both feet on the ground, which brings my legs out. Also, we'll go here. The thing that you don't appreciate this unless you feel it is that there's continuous pressure here. This knee is continuously pushing, and this leg's trying to come out. If he opens those legs even for a little bit, And even if he doesn't, I can extract my leg. Just take a little while. This leg comes out, and I back kick here. Because this foot is hooking here, he can't just easily grab my foot and stuff it between his legs and start taking my back. Go back, please. And the second he starts screwing around with that foot by grabbing it, the hook slows it down. I just extract my leg and go back. Nothing bad is going to happen when his arm is totally outstretched here. Now I've got the Kimura. How do I finish this? Come around to this side, please. There's a million ways to finish it from here. Most classically, I'm going to pull it up, the elbow up towards his head, switch my legs, step over his head, and pull up while pushing his hand behind his back. I also like what I call the fat, lazy old man Kimura. I'll put a link into that. In fact, I'll put a whole bunch of links. Thank you so much. I'll put a whole bunch of links in some of my best Kimura tips below this video. You can check those out. Kimura is really a position you can go super deep into. Yeah, there's so many little details, I can't include them all here, but I have done, fortunately, a whole bunch of videos on the position that should really help you. Also, while we're here, if you're new to jiu-jitsu, you've been doing it less than a couple of years, go to grapplers.com/roadmap and download that book for free. It's my guide to the positional hierarchy of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I get emails every day from people telling me how useful that book is because it breaks down, it makes sense of the wild jumble of arms and legs on the ground that is Jiu-Jitsu. If you understand that 80% of that is just 6 basic positions, top and bottom, it'll make your Jiu-Jitsu learning so much faster. So that would be grapplers.com/book. It's free. Download it, and I'm sure you'll get a lot out of it. Take care, guys. See you on the mat another day.